Hey, I'm Lisa. So one of the things that I absolutely love making with my sourdough and making from scratch is crackers. I recently just started making them. I make a lot of fun boards for my boys, a lot of fun snack boards for after school snacks where I do cheese, crackers, fruit, sometimes dried fruit, and they really like those. It's just a really easy, healthy way to feed them when they get home from school. My kids love these boards and I have a lot of fun making them too. It's just a really easy way to get a variety of healthy things into their bellies. I share a ton of these over on the Homesteading and Hungry Instagram. And I really love making these crackers. I have an allergy to sunflower, which is in almost every cracker on the market. And I follow a Mediterranean diet. And so following a Mediterranean diet, you are not eating refined grains, you're not eating refined sugar. It's really hard to find a cracker without those things in them. So making homemade crackers for me is just a win-win. I use whole white wheat flour, and then I use my sourdough starter, I use some olive oil, and then I use whatever spices I feel like putting in there. So today we're gonna make some herb garlic crackers, and they are absolutely delicious, so super easy to make. When you make these and see how easy it is and see how much your family loves them, you're gonna wanna make these all the time because it is truly so easy. And honestly, if you are using your sourdough on a regular basis and you get to that point where you've just got too much sourdough to handle, making these crackers is a really easy way to use that discard. I'm gonna do a series on recipes that I'm going to be making with my sourdough. Any beginner is gonna be able to do these. And I'm gonna put them in a playlist so you can easily find them. So some of the terminology that you wanna get familiar with when it comes to sourdough is fed and unfed sourdough. So this sourdough is unfed sourdough. It's not active enough to bake a loaf of bread right now. But you can make pancakes, you can make brownies, you can make cookies, and you can make crackers like I'm gonna do right now. So I'm gonna show you how to make these really easy sourdough crackers. The first time that I made these crackers for my boys, they were both like, Mom, these crackers are so good, and they asked for them again the next day. And because these are so simple to make, I made them again the next day. So super, super easy, you've got to try these. So first up, to a bowl, I am going to add in 1 cup of whole white wheat flour. And then I'm going to add in 1 cup of my unfed sourdough starter, and those are the base. And then I'm going to add in about 1/4 cup of olive oil, and then whatever spices I feel like adding. Today we are going to do just an herb blend, about 1.5 tablespoons, and then I'm going to add in some garlic powder because I like garlic crackers. We're just gonna mix all that together, and then the next step is you're going to knead it into a little ball, and then you are going to put it in the refrigerator to rest. So now that I've got the flour incorporated all the way into the dough, I am going to let it just hang out in the fridge for a couple hours. This is the same concept, just like when you make refrigerated cookie dough. It just rolls out easier for you to be able to make the crackers. Okay, so life happened as it tends to do, and I didn't get to finish these crackers yesterday. So it's the next day, and they were in the refrigerator overnight, and so we're going to see if this still works. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break this into 2 sections and get it rolled out. I've rolled it out really nice and thin. I'm doing a rustic style here, which means I'm not trying to do any particular shape. I'm just making it really, really easy. So I just rolled it out. And then the next thing that you definitely want to do is you want to take a fork and you want to poke in some air holes. And this is going to really help them be nice and airy and flaky. And now that that is done, I am putting it in the oven, which I've got at 350, and I'm gonna check it after about 12 minutes. All right, so these got a little toasty. They're still really, really good though. I clearly forgot to check them when I said I was going to check them, but I wanna be raw and real with you, so this is what happened in my first batch of crackers. But as you can see, this area here is gone. It's because I've been eating them and they're really, really good. So I'm just gonna break these up and show you what my rustic cracker is gonna look like. So I'm literally just breaking these. And I have no problem putting crackers like this on a cheese board for my family. I like the rustic look, and they're still really good. Okay, so that first batch that we did was really rustic. Now the second batch, it's gonna be a little bit rustic as well, but I'm just gonna do a little bit more shaping to it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just taking a pizza cutter and I'm making some lines on it. I'm gonna make these more like all little squares. Okay, so this batch came out much better. We still have some little real almost burnt ones, but I like the burnt ones personally. But these look great. They're really, really good. And as you can see, because I used the pizza cutter, they're already in the shape of square or rectangle crackers, and they break apart really, really easily. So whichever way you want to do them, either way is going to work, but these are absolutely delicious. My kids are going to be thrilled when they get home, and I know that every single one of these will be gone tonight. So there you have it, super easy and delicious homemade whole grain sourdough crackers. Much better ingredients than what you can get at the grocery store. I think we only used like 4 ingredients to make these, maybe 5, but mix it up, use whatever kind of herbs you want, add a little more salt if you want. It's just play with it and have fun with it. Your family will love these, you will love these, and you will make them all the time because they are so super easy. Be on the lookout for the other sourdough recipes that I do. I know one of the next recipes that I'm gonna do is some sourdough naan bread, and it's gonna be whole grain again, because anything that I make from here on out on this channel will be whole grain to go along with the Mediterranean way of eating, but try them.